Okay. 안녕하세요. Goeiedag, goedemiddag, good evening, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tian. I'm 27 years old, and I am again in Centurion as I am house sitting again for my friend. So unfortunately, Ryan is not with us today. But we do have a demonic bird and then two lovely, lovely little pooches with me, although you cannot see them, just they are here. And the bird is giving me an eye. I seriously think that bird wants to kill me. But that's beside the point. Today we're doing another Korea adventure story time, or rather we'll be doing what? We'll be doing a Korean creepy adventure urban legend story time. So I will be telling you 5 creepy urban legends that are found in Korea. Now, as a disclaimer, I will add I am fully aware that urban legends and myths and folklore sometimes do travel from country to country or region to region, and the one takes up the other one, and that one steals from this and changes. So if you are aware that the story comes from somewhere else, then let me know in the comments and I will correct it, and I will be schooled and educated, and I will appreciate that a lot. This is the information that I got doing my own little research. So if I am wrong here and there, remember it is still a story, so it has been told and retold many times. But without further me rambling like that, let's get into the Doshichonsol. Doshichonsol. If that is the correct word for urban legend, please let me know. If it's not, please let me know what is the correct word for urban legend, as I'm very badly doing in my Korean language skills and I need to improve that. But that will happen very soon. So please let me know. So let's 시작도 I'm not so bad at Korean. So the first one that I want to talk about, it is actually death by fan or death by AC. Dun, dun, dun. So this actually isn't creepy. This is just to warm you up to this story. So apparently the belief is, and what I must say, doing some research, some people did say and actually do agree that many of the Korean urban legends are actually quite modern. It's not as many legends that go in 1800, this and this and this happened. No, it's actually things that are very prevalent today. I'll just be doing 5 creepy ones today, and then later on I'll do another one that's really scary or very well, some of these are off-putting, but these aren't like scary horror urban legends. These are just really creepy, unsettling things. Anyway, death by fan or death by AC. It is believed that you should not sleep with a fan on, or you should not sleep with your air conditioning on, for 2 reasons. One, the fan can suck out the oxygen in the room and then you basically suffocate and die. So that is the one. Or the other one is that the room will get so cold, and I think this is more to do with an air conditioner than a fan, because I mean, I've sat through some hot, humid days and a fan did not really make me that cold. But sleeping on with a cold AC, or a hot AC, but sleeping on with a cold AC can possibly cause hypothermia because your body becomes so cold and then you die. So many of the older generations of Koreans advise you against sleeping with a fan on because it will kill you. So I'm necessarily not believing that. If you do believe that, no judgment here at all. You do you, I'll do me, and I'll just think that you're wrong, and that's not how it works. But it is a very interesting urban legend or myth that they do keep on telling people, which is just very interesting and strange. The second one is their fear or their myth or their, what do you call it, superstition around red ink. So please don't see the superstition or me in any way talking about this in a negative way or me judging them. I just find it very fascinating because I did actually make the mistake of writing students' names in red ink, and then the teachers were not very happy with me. They were not angry at me and they did not scold me or attack me or anything. They just said like, Please in the future do not do that. And like, why shouldn't I do that? No, I wasn't doing like that. I love my Korean teachers. Or my Korean co-teachers. I worked with them. They didn't work for me as a teacher. I worked with... Anyway, so they said that because usually red ink is used when when a person has died, then you will write down their name in red ink. I think it has to do with the funeral service or certain documents or things. That's the only time you write someone's name in red ink. Other than that, you don't write people's name in red ink. One thing is that some people believe you might die or get cursed, or the other thing is just you'll get cursed and bad things will happen to you if you write your name or someone's name with red ink. I think there are also some people that go as far as that they don't even have red ink pens, paints, things in their house for it to be possible. I will admit, there were a few times in class while I was teaching where I would, because I only had like 3 colors to write on a whiteboard with, so I would sometimes use red, and sometimes it did upset the students and sometimes I did deliberately. Yeah, I'm a bad teacher. I'm a bad teacher. Some people might say that's disrespectful. You've never taught before, so believe me, you try various tactics for certain things. But no, I did it usually as a joke and I would usually erase it. And sometimes I did literally just to see, are they even paying attention to what I'm doing standing there in front of them? Anyway, but that's a part of the urban legend, what I'm talking about. So yes, they do have this urban legend surrounding red ink. So if ever you do go to Korea, if people tell you about the fan thing, it's not them trying to be funny or trying to, prank, he's an idiot, he's a foreigner. No, it is really sometimes just them, that is what they believe, or that is just their urban legend that they're telling you. And also the red ink, be careful about that. Some people might not be as nice as my teachers or as open as my students to me joking around with that. Some people can take it very seriously, so be wary of that. So there's also a lesson for you guys as well. Number 3 is, number 3 is myeongge. It always feels when I say certain Korean words like I'm announcing it. Myeongge, myeongge. But that's just because I have to pronounce every consonant and vowel perfectly, so it sounds like I'm talking over intercom and I'm calling someone to come closer, or I'm announcing someone, and that's not what I'm doing. But apparently the story is called myeongge, or cosmetic sesame. So this has to do with sesame seeds, which on top of food is so good, but not in water, it's not so good. So this actually goes back to I almost want to say some people's idea of how obsessed Koreans are with their skin. And the legend goes that this woman, this girl, this female, this not male person, she wanted to make sure her skin doesn't age and that her skin stays beautiful. I don't know why I'm touching my beard. But she heard, or she decided to throw some sesame leaves in her bath. Because that just makes sense. You do that. And then she went, of course, and she got into the bath to now relax and to get all the benefits and nutrients from her sesame bath. And then, lo and behold, she didn't come out of the bathroom. No, she didn't die. But she didn't come out of the bathroom. People were knocking. She said, just a moment, wait a moment, not now, leave me alone, no. No. She just said one moment. She never came out. Her mom came worried. And then her mom, like, literally ran and kicked down the door. That's like me dramatizing this story. But no, she just forcefully opened the door. I don't know if she kicked it, bumped it, shot it, put C4 against the explosive TNT. I'm not sure, but she did open the door. And what she found was literally her daughter, having lost her mind, busy with a toothpick, picking out the sesame seeds. As according to this legend, the sesame seeds went into every pore and every wrinkle and then basically nested itself, infused itself, grew into the skin and became part of the girl's skin. Ah! Oh, it's disgusting just to think of that. So this is for people with, I searched it before and now I'm need to, trypophobia. Trypophobia. So if you're going to look for pictures, because I won't put pictures of it on here, some people might get triggered by this, and I really do not want people to get triggered by this. But if you do have trypophobia, not that it is recognized as being a legit thing, yes, but if you have trypophobia or you have a thing about holes in the skin, and don't go look up images of Myonghae. You will not thank me. You will thank me for warning you, but you'll not thank yourself for watching it. So if you have trypophobia, but no. So it's just I just find this so creepy and scary and disgusting and just nasty to think that all these sesame seeds, and now she was sitting there picking them out with the tooth. Like, hell no, girl, you need to let it go. Like, I don't know, burn yourself or something. I don't know how you would. Oh no. So, moral of the story: don't get too obsessed with your skin and looks and things. You are beautiful nonetheless. If other people say, then punch them in the face. No, I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying, like, don't try things like that. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, like, be careful. Don't do things that have no real evidence, or that no one else has tried. Because if someone else tried it and it worked, then okay, maybe you should try it too. But otherwise, maybe speak to a doctor or a cosmetologist first. Myonghae. Strange and creepy things. I'm going to take the creepiness and I'm going to take it down another notch. I'm going to take it up another notch with story number 4, which has to do with oysters. Firstly, Ewan gross, and then secondly, let's get into the story. So, one day long ago, this man was walking. He was walking on the beach, on rocks, somewhere there where oysters grow. Then apparently he slipped and he befallen. He befallen onto its rock with his knees making contact with the rock, and he got scratched, cut, knee ended, incision made into the knee by the rock. So of course he bled, it was painful, but the smart man that he is, he does not go to an emergency room, he doesn't go to a hospital, doesn't go see a doctor, he doesn't call for help. No, he's like, ow, my knee is bleeding, there's a gaping hole, I know what to do. Let's just throw some water on it and bandage it up. Again, I'm telling my stories in a very over-dramatized way, but you do get the general. But yeah, so he just cleaned the wound and then he just wrapped it in bandages. So, needless to say, the pain didn't go away, he didn't feel like it got better, but his smartness again goes to, I shouldn't open the wound, that's going to make it worse. Because yes, your wound is burning more, itching, going crazy. Possibly you can have an infection, but no, keep the wound closed, let the infection incubate more, because that's going to make it better. But after everything becoming unbearable for him, he opens the bandage and surprise! There are oysters growing out of his wound. Like, ew! How gross should that be? Is that, I don't know how to deal with that. So the legend goes that he fell, and when he hit his knee, there were oysters that laid eggs on the rock, and then when he scraped his knee, hit his knee, bumped his knees, the oysters went inside the hole and then attached to his knee, and his blood was used to grow oysters out of his knee. Yeah, that's just... I mean, you cut it off. You literally... Done. You cut it off. No more knee for you. I don't know even what the moral of the story... I mean, with the sesame, with Myonghae, at least you've got a moral to it about, you know... Okay, well, this moral... Okay, never mind. This moral is, if you get hurt on rocks or things like that, go to a hospital. Maybe there also is some symbolic thing about going to the doctor for infection purposes and things like that. So if you do get hurt, don't just bandage it up and think it's clean, or clean it yourself and think that's enough. If it's an intense cut, or if it's in a dodgy place, rather go to a doctor to get that checked and treated. You do not want oysters to grow out of your frickin' knee. Oh. So that was my fourth little story. My fifth story is a two-hander, a two-parter. Again, it goes back to the whole idea or concept how people in Korea are obsessed with their beauty. That can be debated by different people. I think that's just a problem all over the world. But that has to do with the beautiful, cute little creatures that we have called cockroaches. Cockroachers. So I know many people have done YouTube videos of this before, so if you've seen it or you heard it before, that's also fine, that's okay. I mean, this is just my take on it. This is what I wanted to share for people on my channel, my subscribers. I thought I would do this story time as well. So I'm just saying, why don't I do that? I don't know. Cockroaches. So, so there are two stories. The one might be more unsettling than the other one. The one might be more inappropriate than the other one. But I'm going to tell it anyway. So the first one is, I have no idea who this person befriends or what kind of doctor this person sees, but the person was suffering from severe acne. I mean, scars, breakouts. It was just horrific the way he looked. That sounds so bad to say, but it looked bad. He looked bad. Then some person, doctor, friend, colleague, stranger, medium, witch, doctor, shaman, person went on to say, you know what will help your acne? If you see a cockroach before you go to bed, why don't you take it up, befriend it, and cuddle it, and your acne will go away. What? And that is what this person did. That's how desperate they were to get rid of their acne. So, Susan went, or Ben, or Jennifer, or Nigel, or went, got a cockroach, put it next to his pillow, and then he went to sleep. I mean, why? Why would you do that? And he woke up this morning, and it was like, face is amazing. The scars look better. It's smaller. It's not inflamed. It's not red. He looks human. But upon closer inspection, he saw that this cockroach has impregnated his face and his scars with little cockroach eggs. And that's where the story ends. Oh, what do you do with that? What do you take like a peeling knife and peel the skin off your face to get rid of that? How do you deal with cockroaches laying eggs on your face, in your scars? I mean, that is just what? No. Don't do that. Don't cuddle with any creature, actually. Even cats and dogs and snakes and things. Preferably do not cuddle with animals, even though you love your dog or your iguana. I mean, they are not of the same. Also, don't cuddle with people that you don't know how clean they are. Or if you're not clean, don't cuddle with people, because you don't know what bacteria and disease and things they are carrying around. So, same thing with dogs and cats. I mean, I'm just saying, be careful if you dog, cat, or animal sleeping on your bed. They are not the same species as you. They do have other bacteria anyway. So see what happens when you cuddle with a cockroach. You get impregnated in your face with cockroach baby eggs. Don't do that. So that's actually the fifth story. But before I tell this last one, I will put another disclaimer in there. I mean, these last three, they have been a bit squeamish and disgusting and gross. This one takes it to a whole new level, although it's not bloody or gory. But the imagery that your mind creates with it does go a little further. So if you are sensitive, or if you are a very visual person, you are sensitive to things that might be squeamish or gory or very unsettling, I would suggest that you do not listen to this last story, as it is really unsettling. Specifically, if you are female, I would then also suggest maybe if you are sensitive, maybe don't listen to the last story, or you can just Google it and read it yourself. But the last story also has to go with cockroaches. And this is an urban legend that is also semi-based on fact. I'm not sure which came before which, but I'll give you the story and I'll give you the fact afterwards. So the story is apparently that there was a girl and she had her period, or she was menstruating, and she was using tampons, and apparently those tampons were infested with cockroach eggs. So when she used the tampon, the cockroach eggs of course started to hatch, and she got infested with cockroaches in her uterus. So her uterus was filled with cockroaches. So I'm not female, but that story is so creepy and so unsettling. And if you continue to watch it and you are disturbed and unsettled now with the image in your head, it's your own fault. I did put disclaimer there. But apparently, what I understand, how I think where this came from is apparently there was a time, or there are moments where in tampons or even in pads, you would find things like cockroaches and insects and bugs on it or in it. So I think this urban legend, although very disturbing, very disgusting, and really out of all of them, that is the worst one for me, is just to be wary and be careful, and I think inspect the products before you actually use them, just to be on the safe side. I think that isn't a common thing, not that I know of, but I think it is just that cautionary tale of just be careful. So those are my 5/6 doshi chonsol. Let's see if that can be my word of the day. Doshi chonsol, jonsol, doshi chonsol. For you, my 5 creepy Korean horror, no, not horror, 5 Korean creepy adventure time story-ness urban legends. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit the like button. If you did, comment down below. If you did, share it with your friends and family. And if you like this content and all the other random content that I tend to make, please don't be shy. Subscribe and follow me on Twitter and Instagram and on my social media. I got this as a gift. I don't know why I'm doing that, but yeah. If you enjoy this content and you want to see more, please follow and subscribe and share and comment and do all those things, those mantras that you hear now all the time. I really hope you have a wonderful day, evening, night. If you're at a party, enjoy the party. Ask your friends to subscribe. If you are at school, study first, then enjoy my videos. If you're at any place else, enjoy it, have fun. I hope you have a good day, good evening, good night, good morning, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Saturday, whatever you are doing, enjoy it, have fun. And remember, don't let fear interfere with your happiness, because you deserve all the happiness in the world. Annyeong!